Welcome, my name is Tashar and this is StarMade. Well, today we're looking at, this mess of ships that I've got on the screen here. By the way, I'm in a new universe again. I managed to break the last creative universe I used as well. And no, deleting the faction file didn't help, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll just keep my blueprints as safe as possible to not lose anything. Um, these ships you see here on screen are basically one and the same ship, but in different stages. And this was the result of a well stream speed build thing I did with Raiben.
So, if you guys have not gone and checked out Tashar's channel, you should.
Yeah, that. Um, the smaller one over here is the model we worked on to get a concept going. Basically, the idea was to create a freighter ship and then when it was done, trash it and make it into a wreck. So all kinds of pieces floating on the sides at weird angles, things like that. So we had the idea to have some sort of bulbous cockpit at the front and then the section for the cargo crates at the back and then some sort of engine section and yeah, now wingy bits at the front to make it a polar ship. Well, the building we did only got us this far in all the time we did stream, so it wasn't that productive, I think, but it was fun nonetheless. Um, I did save this blueprint from that build session, and then went with it myself a bit to see what I could make of it. And then I got to this version, so I cleaned up all the messy lines. Um, I quite liked the idea to have this armor panel here up front, sort of a mount guard, basically, to protect the front of the ship. And what we were basically trying to create was some sort of space truck. And the next version I did was adding the structure on top over here. And then I started experimenting a bit with the side engines, see if I can group it differently, or perhaps I should not add them at all. I do like the bigger lower engine here, this section over here, that I like quite a lot. And perhaps I could add two engines here in this section at the back as well, and then leave off the side engines. That might work as well. But we'll see if I can continue this ship or not, or perhaps it's just a nice experiment and then it ends up on the scrap heap. Not sure yet. We'll see. But anyway, I wanted to show you some more progress I made on the Radiant Dawn as well, because that's a ship that most people are interested in, I think. And I did make some excellent progress on this on the interior, at least I did some additional planning how the interior is going to look. So let's go inside and I'll show you what I did. Okay, we're back in the main hangar bay. I already showed you that last episode, so with all the worker beasts and the airlock over here. But when we got through the airlock with the cart that would pick up all the cargo, it was still an empty shell after that. But that's different now. So if you continue through the airlock over here, then voila, we've got a room now here. This area is the cargo offloading loading area for these cargo carts I've got over here, and behind that is a warehouse. So the carts come in, they have their own docks. There's two of them. This one is more of a prop, it doesn't move. This one does move, and the cargo area is over here. This is a big area, and we have these doors over here. They can actually move, by the way, as you can see here. So when the cart is back in position, you can open the door, it does automatically, and then you offload the cargo from the cart and then put it in storage over here. That's what all these yellow crane-like structures are all about as well. If you look closely, you see that there's a cargo crate here on this wedge. Basically what this is a crane that can move in the length of the cargo rack, and then this is a forklift or something similar that can move up and down to place the cargo crates where they need to go. At least that's the idea behind it. This is not something I invented. This is actually a real world example of a cargo automatic cargo system. So yeah, you can find it in real life, in real life storehouses. I've got some additional areas on the sides as well of this loading and unloading area. These are what I call workshops or sort of factory areas. There's not a lot in here yet, but it's got a main room laid out. It's a bit dark, but you can see where I'm going with this. We've got a crane system here as well. Doesn't operate, but I can imagine that you can use this to I don't know, lift up cargo to some sort of car to get it there, or to one of the factory units that's not in here yet. And this is a small lift that you can take to get up here. Then the door opens automatically. And here you have the control station to operate this particular crane. At least it's the idea behind it. So those are the main operating areas for this ship that the ship is going to use to process the cargo, or at least the ores it takes in with the worker bees. I've got some animation going as well for this particular area, so it brings a bit of life. I place this button here to stand off the cart just in case for this occasion. As you can see here, the door closes automatically when the cart leaves, and the light at the top of the door turns off to indicate that there is no longer a cart docked. So now it's going off to the main hangar bay area to pick up some more cargo to bring back to this area. So let's wait till it's back, and then I can show you a bit more of the animation that's going on when it's docking in this area again. And there it is, the light is blinking again for the airlock to indicate that the door is opening. Then the cart comes out and moves to the appropriate docking area. There it goes. Yeah, almost in place. There's no cargo on the cart yet, but let's imagine that there is. Okay, door opens and the crane above it starts to move. And you might see some movement in the storehouse behind that as well. This crane, just pretend that it's offloading cargo boxes to the storehouse in the back. And these yellow cranes in the storehouse, they move back and forth to indicate that the boxes are put into place in the racks over here. Just to give you an indication, here this is the movement. I set them to different speeds, so they move a bit more erratically in this way, a bit more random, so they don't end up in the same positions all the time. It's pure roleplay, this kind of animation, but it's a lot of fun to add to it. But it takes a lot of time to make all the logic work the way I wanted it. There are some other areas that I already have, but I'll have to go out of gravity for a second, just in case, because not everything has floors yet. If we go to the side over here, this is a hallway that I added that connects both to the main storehouse and then connects to the work area over here, so you can basically move cargo from there and then move it over here in the work area and then process it to, I don't know, build some parts for worker bees or other things that you need, and then move it out to the main area or main launch bay to I don't know, fix a worker bee or something. And then it goes all the way back, and that leads to the rest of the ship. But let's go up first here. This leads, and you've already seen it I think, to the T section that connects to the airlock to the outside. So this is the way in. Then you can go either way, this way to the work area of the ship, or you can go that way to the area, well, basically the rest of the ship. So that's the way in to get everywhere in this particular ship. So let's follow this hallway all the way back. I added these little consoles to the side to spruce up the hallway a bit. I also like doing these type of details. Just the slabs, as you can see, and then a light and some sort of computer console. It's really simple, but it doesn't take up much space, and it does add additional detail to a hallway. And then we come into this sci-fi looking hallway. It's not a normal hallway. It's well, has all kinds of circuits and things like that on that side. Basically because I needed a natural flow from this hallway to into this maintenance hallway, and I needed to go up one block because the hallway here is one block higher because of the offloading platform in the storage house. So then you can come into this hallway and continue to the rest of the ship on this end, and it's mirrored on the other side as well. Well, this is, well, not done at all, but I did make a whole lot of progress in making a layout for the first floor. So the idea is that when you come in from this area, this is the lower area, so you've just done your job, then you come into this central hallway. There's an elevator that will go up and down to the upper floor. Then you continue on, and then the first rooms you have here are the basic showers, toiletries, things like that for the crew. So you can wash up after a hard day of work. And then some crew quarter areas. Planned it out for 8 on this side and 8 on that side, so that's 16 crew. And then we have 4 spots left because we decided on a crew of 20 with the escape pods that are below here. So then you have a captain and first officer, I think, and 2 other staff members, I don't know. And then you continue on, and this will be a dining hall of some sort, I think, with a kitchen and fridge, things like that. This is a similar setup I used for the Winter Shade. Winter Shade is a ship that Raiben reviewed as well, so I'll link the review of that in the description of this video, so you can check it out after you watch this. And then you will continue on to this side to some sort of hallway as well, with a elevator that goes up all the way to the bridge of the ship. I had to, the other one is on that end, but I think I'll scrap that one and then probably add a small ready room for the captain that's connected to the bridge. I think I've got space for that. And then this will be, I think, the teleporter room, and this will be the lower level of engineering. Could just squeeze it in all the way in the back here with some, I don't know, machinery or other items that have to do with engineering, of course. And then I'll probably add a second level here that's a bit wider. It's got more space for other stuff. That's as far as I've gotten with the lower floor. Then the upper floor I still need to plan out. I just got as far as saying, okay, I need a hallway over there, then a central hallway here as well to connect to the middle hallway that will basically connect all the other rooms like I did in the lower area. One thing to point out in this lower area is these hallways will lead down into the area for the escape pods. And then I'll still need to think of something to add on this end to get to that hangar bay because it's not accessible yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. That's something that takes a bit of time, but I'll get to that. That's it as far as layout goes. One final thing I wanted to show is a bit of a cut out of the ship. A bit older version than this one, but at least it shows nicely how the front section of the ship is laid out. So I'll be right back. And here we are. As you can see, I cut out a large section of the hull of the front area of the ship. And you can nicely see how the worker bees are docked here in the main hangar. Then you have the airlock and the offloading area for the cargo and the main cargo area over here. And of course the work areas and the maintenance hallways on the sides. And as you can see, it is a significant part of the ship that consists of these areas. So it's the main purpose of the ship to maintain and work with these ships that are stashed in the main hangar bay. And as you can see, or at least not here in the previous shots, the layout I did for the first floor, it's still plenty of enough room for crew quarters and things like that. So when we finally do get crew, I think it's not going to be a problem. And the second level I'm planning to add above that will have, I don't know, medical facilities, labs. Still need the captain's quarters, I think, and the officer's quarters. So that should be filled up easily enough as well. And once I've got that done, then I can start adding the systems. And you see that I already started a bit with that. Usually what I do is that if I've got the interior at least mostly done, at least the rooms itself, decorating them is a second phase. So I'll start adding the shield layer on the outer hull basically. Usually I just put all shield capacitors on the outer hull to smooth out the outer hull a bit on the inside, and well, if your shields are down, then it's just an extra layer of blocks to protect other systems because they're not doing anything anyway at that time. So yeah, that's fine. That's usually how I determine how much shields a ship will have. But that's for later once I've got the interior done, of course, and I'll keep you guys updated. Until next time.